AFL Today's semi-final preview is here. What a show we had. Leo, what did we talk about?
Hockball taking down the Crom. I would name my firstborn Jai Newcombe. Ooh.
And are the Lions back? Are they the best team that's remaining when everyone's playing at their best? I don't know, but I'm just looking forward to Brisbane versus Collingwood next week.
Absolutely. Check out the AFL Today Show right now. The semi-finals are complete and welcome back to the AFL Today Show, brought to you by Stockhead. I'm your host, Liam McAllion, also known as the Stats Guy. They've turned up for work on a Sunday. The boys, the match thing one and thing two, I'm calling them today. We've got Leo Mullaly, Marcus Bazzano. How are we, lads?
Up the bloody Hawks.
Yes, you're up and about for the Hawks.
Good. I said it in the previous show that I love talking about the semis.
Yes.
And I think
and
I
the
had
semi-finals
one on Friday night.
Oh, no. Oh.
Very good performance. How are you, Marcus?
Yeah, I didn't quite have one while watching that game, but look, tipping results didn't go to call, and Gold Coast... And Gold Coast, they were underwhelming.
They were. You were big on the expansion clubs. We'll touch on that. The expansion clubs are a bit disappointing. Before we get into the show, make sure you subscribe to AFL Today on YouTube. Follow us on X, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for more footy content all season long. Make sure you hit us up in the comments. I actually want to hear from the Adelaide fans how disappointed they probably are, and all the other fans that have won, and even fans, the teams that aren't in, and how you're watching the games as a neutral and things like that, because we've had some awesome, fun finals. All right, let's get into the semi-final results, lads. Some huge semi-finals. Friday night, we're going to touch on at the Adelaide Oval. Semi-final, Adelaide versus Hawthorn is the first one. Adelaide, 10-7, 67. We're absolutely smoked by Hawthorn, 14-17, 101. Marcus, what a game of footy. Leo is up and about over there.
They were. I feel like you should run this game, Leo, because you're just so up and about against Hawthorn.
For unbiased.
But what a start it was from the Hawks, in all honesty. They set the tone early, and it felt like the Hawks just booted the first 3 goals of the game without Adelaide even having a single touch.
45 seconds, I reckon it took for him to get 3 goals.
Like
unbelievable.
Men over there.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely. And like the Crows, they settled as the game went on, but Hawthorn, they just seemed to dominate. And Adelaide, again, for the second week in a row, they seemed a wee bit nervous.
They did.
The start of the game was not great for the Crows, but Newcombe was the man who set the tone early. Started like a house on fire. We spoke how important he would have to be if they were to get over the line in this game, and he was definitely important. He started with 11 disposals, 5 centre bounce clearances from 7 attendances to start the game.
Just in the first quarter.
So close to 6-7 too.
Oh, whatever that means.
No, it's embarrassing. You just lost aura. Yeah. But it was, you mentioned it, we were watching the game together, all 3 of us, and you mentioned the centre clearance dominance at the start. It felt like you had 7 centre clearances before Adelaide even were able to get on the board in that department.
Crazy.
Where was that been the whole year?
I know.
It's not pulled that out at all.
Didn't you say you're the second worst clearance team in the competition?
We're the worst, to be
No,
honest.
I think you were the second worst.
Yeah.
I'm guessing behind the Eagles.
Mate,
I'm pretty sure.
We're just guessing here.
But they were fantastic. Obviously, Ward probably had his best game for the club. Look,
Never doubted the man.
Oh, the man who hated Josh Ward.
I hate's a strong word.
Oh, I've heard worse than hate.
we have voice memos.
Yeah, we can't share those ones.
No, there's some of us where we've always rated him. Always rated him. Decent player, always rated. But he was great. 31 disposals. Warple was great too. Nash did his thing, and Newcombe for the end of the game, he had 28 disposals, 8 clearances, and a goal at 92% disposal efficiency.
Not bad from the new.
And we mentioned it.
Yes.
What's better than 3 BOGs and 3 finals?
5.
4 BOGs.
5.
4 BOGs in 4 finals games. That man is built for the big occasion.
Is he going to do it again next week?
If he just gets 6 finals bogs in a row, they could win the granny.
Jai Dustin Martin Newcombe. He's got 4 from 4.
Well, I see. Honestly, it's a better nickname because what I've been seeing is the Poo Wong Punisher.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you put it together, it's PP. No, he needs a better nickname.
Yeah, the being from Poo Wong is just a wild statement.
Yeah.
That is the weirdest place name.
Mate, he's pooing on the opposition, that's for sure. And Jack Gunston was superb as well. Obviously, he is. What is this man?
Benjamin Button, I put in the run sheet. He's Benjamin Button.
5 goals, 3, 16 disposals, 7 marks as well.
So good on the lead.
Absolutely fantastic. And they just seem every area of the ground is clicking. Obviously, defense was fantastic. The midfield was great. And down and forward too. Like Nick Watson, how much aura does that man possess after not playing, as in he hasn't played many career games of footy, but they've literally got a bay named after him.
Yep.
It's Bainer. I've got a Bainer.
They've got a bay named after him.
That's an accent, yeah.
And it was, he absolutely silenced the crowd. He did the What now?
How
What
good was
now?
that? Yeah.
I loved it.
That's the most aura a man of 170
Yeah, I was gonna
centimeters has
say,
ever had. Yeah, there you go.
If you had told me that a player of his height could have aura, I would have laughed at your face.
But he kicked a Gaz. It was like Gaz Jr. from the boundary.
He's better.
Oh, get stuffed.
And another one who's small in that forward line.
Yep.
And did do a job. No, it wasn't Jack Ginnivan. It was actually, it wasn't Jack Ginnivan. It was Sam Butler.
Yeah.
Let's give him a shout out because he had 9 tackles, 2 goals, 15 disposals. He
Perfect.
got asked to do a job when he got brought into the side against
Yep.
GWS. He kept his spot and again, he's just done back-to-back games of what he's needed to do and delivered and probably gone beyond that.
Yep, for sure.
And he was arguably, probably not in this one the difference, but in the GWS game, he kicks a
very important goal.
very important goal
Yep.
to put them 2 goals ahead. And he's done it again here. And I thought another one who was underrated in the Hawks' defence was Jack Scrimshaw,
Oh,
who's
He
been
looks very good.
excellent down back throughout the whole final series and honestly throughout the whole season.
He's just looked so stable down there. And we talk about all the stars in their backline. They're dominating in defence. And then I feel like Scrimshaw doesn't get talked about, but he was perfect.
He
Played
was very good.
Played awesome.
Yeah.
And Hawthorn, why can't they win the flag? Why can they win the flag and why can't
Oh, we're
they
going to
win
ask
the flag?
both, are we? So we'll
I'm
start
asking both. And
All right.
I want to ask Leo, the resident Hawks fan, because we know you're a bit of a pessimist,
Yes.
and just overall bad bloke. So why can't they win the flag?
That's so
Why
true.
can't they win the flag?
And why can they? I want
Okay.
both.
I love how you just went past the bad bloke thing. You're just like, oh, yeah, it's all
Yeah, it's fine.
good. Yeah.
Rock up on time.
Oh,
Why
man.
can they win the flag? You know why they can win the flag?
Why?
Because their backline is potentially one of the best. Like you could argue the backline 7 is one of the best left.
Yep.
Oh,
I think
I
that's
didn't know there were 7 people in the
Including the bench, I think he's talking about.
Use your brain, mate. Jesus.
666. Come on.
Yeah, on the bench. So the backline 7
Okay.
is rock solid, as you mentioned, stable. Everyone's got their role.
Yep.
Everyone offers something different. And they've got flexibility with Weddle. Like, he looked really dangerous when Lewis came off the ground. Weddle
went
started
forward.
wing. They pushed him forward. They did it last week against GWS. And he kicks 1 goal 3. Probably should have had 3 goals, to be honest. He missed some gettable shots. So I feel like he's a bit of a ace in the pack. Like,
I
you can
like
just
that.
sort of bring him out when you need to. So
He would never get outmarked either. That's the thing.
Yeah.
When
He
you're
has
playing on
hops.
that wing.
yeah,
wing
he's,
role.
he's so versatile.
Yeah. And then why can't they win the flag?
Well, if the midfield, if the midfield replicates what they just did,
Jai Newcombe's going to get best on in every game, Leo. It's all good.
that's what you said last week, and I said he's going to get tagged. And
Don't worry about it.
this week, surely he gets tagged. Then you're coming up against Mullen. You're coming up against
Yeah,
O'Connell.
true.
You'd
Like,
assume he would get tagged
You would
against
think
Geelong.
so.
Well, they
right?
tried to tag him in the first quarter. Barry, I think, was on him early. He
was
got
very
5
crap,
clearances in a
that's
row.
what he
It was
was.
very crap. Wow.
But I feel like it's just, as a Hawks fan, if I'm putting on my fan watching vibe,
Yeah, whatever that means.
do I have confidence in the midfield to do it again for 2 more weeks? That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
I understand.
Either
that.
end of the ground.
Like
love it.
Josh Ward may not ever play that good again.
Oh, I hope you're wrong.
Yeah.
But again, it was the likes of for Adelaide. It was that midfield depth that just
Yeah.
didn't show up at the end of the day. We talked about Weddle, and he was all over Isaac Cumming for basically majority of the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it paid to see because in defence, when Weddle pushed forward, it was a bit of a vulnerability. So
Yep.
unfortunately, now to Adelaide, their season does come to an end.
Oh, very abrupt end.
No, the first team since 1983, well, the first minor premiers to be since 1983 to be knocked out in straight sets. That's current final system.
Wild.
It wasn't good reading. And look, does that obviously changes your opinion of Matthew Nicks being coach of the year?
I don't think he can be coach of the
You
year.
can't be coach of the year because I think in other sports, I think I mentioned this on the previous show, they just do regular season. So if it was regular season, yes. But if you have to count in the finals, he's not in the
I
top.
think he
top
had
4.
to win a final for me to be going from 15th to first is
I think-
fantastic.
yeah.
Unreal.
But I don't think he should get it because he didn't win the final. If he wins a final, I'd honestly give it to him. Doesn't need to win the granny.
And they looked horrible. But we'll touch on that in a second. Yeah.
Might as well not have been involved.
Yeah. Mate, might as well.
Anyways, Josh Worrell, who is one that can hold his head high
Yes.
for not many in the Adelaide team who can, along with the desk, but Joshy Worrell, he should have been All-Australian. Josh
Yes.
should have been All-Australian Worrell.
Yes.
He had 33 disposals at 80%, 12 intercepts, 3 score involvements. He was my call for BOG, and if Adelaide won and got over the line,
He probably
perhaps
would have
maybe he could have got it.
Yeah, that's a big
But there was a long way off.
33 disposals though. Like he's a intercept defender. I feel like it's like, oh yeah, he played great.
It
but
came down there a lot.
If you're in Adelaide, you don't want that. You know what I mean?
No, because you'd rather him get
you want
20.
Dawson to have 33.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
And you have a couple of players who don't have some great stat lines you want to call out?
Yeah, one specifically, A and B, Neil Bullen, obviously. He's played in 6 consecutive finals losses. So I don't care what his form is. If he had 25 and 2 goals in round 24, you don't pick him for the finals. You just don't pick him. You don't pick him because he just loses. He's a loser. That's what he is. 6 finals losses.
The North Melbourne fan is calling Alex Neil Bullen a loser.
Well, he is.
You said he's a loser. He's won a flag.
How many finals losses have I had in a row?
I don't know.
0. There you go.
0 out of 0.
Yeah, 0 out of 0. And then Adelaide.
You don't get picked for them, mate, in the best 22.
That's all right. I just do this. This show's way
He
more
plays
fun.
indoor footy, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
He's that much of a
The
coward.
real footy. But Adelaide, they're the first team in VFL, AFL history as well to play 2+ finals and not win a single quarter. Now, all those Adelaide fans, they were selling out Adelaide Oval 2 matches in a row, obviously. They were very rowdy. And they didn't even get there to see their team win 1 quarter this final series. And they had 8 quarters of footy, lads.
Oh, no, honestly,
that is hopeless.
It's a bit fun.
Honestly, they were pathetic.
That is really bad.
They
We've
were
got to touch on
absolute-
that.
They were pathetic and
Come off the long run.
joke of a footy club.
Okay. Says the Essendon
joke.
fan.
Absolute.
He's allowed to say this.
Mate, I know what pathetic is. Trust me. And that was pathetic, Adelaide, in the final series. And the Adelaide fans will let us know in the comments as well.
I think they'll agree. They'll agree.
They were a joke for the 2 games, and they just lost all confidence since with what happened late in the season with But
Why did I like that one?
honestly, they should have lost by more. And
They
you know,
should have.
some of the efforts, like Tex, like he's one of the most clutch players, and he's blazing away, or he's missing set shots that he normally would have kicked. He kicked against Hawthorn in round.
I think it's round 21.
Yeah,
Well, it was too late in the season to see them over the line, but Riley O'Brien, that man cannot hold a footy.
He should not have a kicking license. That's what I've just had to put in
It's
the
like your
notes.
pen license.
Yeah, pen license. He shouldn't have a kicking. He literally kicked one off his shin and almost came off his knee, I reckon.
Well, the man has a PhD in like some science crap. Get a PhD in kicking the bloody football, Rob.
Honestly, that's where he's
The
studying
ball
needs to
drop.
go.
The
Well, that's
ball
like
drop.
Matoma in the Premier League has a doctorate in dribbling.
In dribbling.
So we need to do that. I don't know how. He did a whole thesis about
I do
dribbling.
too.
Yeah, not soccer dribbling. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, now he's going to dribble. That was one of the worst.
Anyway, Rob needs to improve. Yeah.
But like I don't know, but another one who's had a great year, probably
Fantastic season.
Markeen.
Yeah.
But my God, did Ben Mackay play that game? Because honestly, that was shocking.
Like
And I
Scooby-Doo
know
with the
that,
mask.
I don't know what's happened there. I think, was it Jack Gunston's just got some nous experience? Like Chol didn't really need to do what he needs to do because there was just confidence from everywhere else on the ground, and they had everyone around to do what he needs to do.
Kicking as well. Like he cost him with the like exiting defensive 50 multiple times, Markeen.
I don't know what Matthew Nix has told them. Maybe just to play more dangerous, go through the corridor. They're biting off kicks that they couldn't chew, and even simple 20-meter kicks is like there's more danger in that than just bombing it down the line. That's what I just don't get. And they were very, very poor, the Adelaide Crows.
Yeah, maybe let us know in the comments, Adelaide fan, because I think when we were talking them up towards the end of the season, they were like, "Oh, we're still not that good," and they were a bit worried about the finals. And they've some of the Adelaide fans have proved us right. Proved us wrong.
You have the crowd there to see them over the line. That crowd is such a huge factor at
Passionate,
Adelaide
yeah,
Oval. And you did not give them a single reason to get up and about.
No, exactly right.
I love Sicily, though.
Yeah, Sicily. So we want to talk about that. Obviously, Caro.
It was planned.
Caro during the week wasn't happy with swearing, and then he just pulls out 2 swears right at the start of his speech after the game.
Don't do it. Don't
do it. Don't do it. Yeah, do we think it was a bit planned and a bit cringe from
Yeah,
Sicily?
it was a bit cringe, wasn't it?
it
was like McRae the week before.
Yeah.
Like it was very
It was a bit funny though.
No, honestly, I love that guy.
You love it. And then obviously, what did you just say? Jeez,
That's
all
a beep.
Yeah, we're
But
on to it.
if anyone was going to win and get over the line against Geelong next week, out of Hawthorn and Adelaide, I would pick Hawthorn.
I agree.
So they get the ticket, and that is probably the best outcome in terms of a neutral spectacle on the preliminary final.
Yeah, we're obviously neutrals, and I'm very excited for a Geelong.
I'm
the classic
excited.
rivalry against Geelong and Hawthorn.
You know what? All I want? I just want Jeff Kennett to shut up this week. I saw a tweet after the game. He was talking about
Kennett
I didn't
curse.
even read it. I just don't want to see his name.
That's gone, the Kennett curse anyway.
But if he's bloody arcing up, then
How do you fancy your early chances?
10 goal, mate. 10 goal.
Then go win.
Oh,
Leo loves it. He's called it.
positivity.
No.
Early Crow.
I'll be tipping Geelong.
Oh, of course you will be. All right, that's the end of that game. What a game that was. Let's get into Saturday night at the Gabatoir, the semi-final, the other semi-final. Brisbane against Gold Coast. Brisbane, 14 goals, 16 at 100 points. Gold Coast, 6 goals, 11, 47. Leo, the big brother, stood up and said, he ruffled the head of Gold Coast. Here you go, Gold Coast. You're going to get another
Did you
loss.
do that to your brother?
No, he's bigger than me, so definitely not. Yeah, the trumpet is not trumpeting
it's
at the
flat.
moment. There you go, Leo.
This is the ruthless Brisbane that we love to see. What an emphatic performance.
Yes.
Look, it was quite even to start. Suns actually started, really well. I thought they were up for the fight early on.
Yep.
King was soaring at 2 goals early. He was saying, Jack Riewoldt, piss off.
And you did talk about bringing the ball to ground against Harris Andrews, and he
Yes,
did do
he
that,
did do that.
particularly at the start of the game, which was...
It was impressive, and I'll give him a shout out for that. And Took was buzzing around. You got Anderson and Rowell explosive. Anderson's goal was sublime.
Yeah, it was like a classic
Early
Noah
on.
Anderson goal. Yep.
But as the game went on, Brisbane just kept getting better and better and more dominant.
It's like they remembered how good they are.
Yeah, they go through phases. It's like when they lose a game, it's like, oh, maybe we're not good.
I actually think it was the buzz.
The buzz.
The buzz. The Kyle Lohmann buzz.
Oh, we're going to the Kyle Lohmann buzz now.
Have you looked at the run sheet?
Yeah.
We can talk about that.
But he was great. 3 goals.
He was
He
great.
was really good.
I thought it was Brandon Starcevich on multiple occasions. I was like, what's Starcevich doing in the forward line?
He called himself David Beckham, but David Beckham looks a lot better than Kyle
Pro
Lohmann.
buzz or pro no buzz?
No buzz. He looked terrible.
Apparently it was an accident, very similar to Alcaraz in the
I don't think
US
so
Open.
because
There's
he
a few
put on his
different-
story.
yeah, there's a
Oh,
few
the story on
different
7AFL
things
said it
going
was an
around.
accident, but I'm not sure.
It was but like it looked like he was at home. He posted a photo of him like at home with all the hair on the
It
floor.
really didn't suit him because his long hair was like
No, there
giving
was-
him aura.
There was striped pajamas about it a little bit.
Oh,
So
there you go.
there was
Shmuel.
what the rumor was in like what we heard from Channel 7 was that he had a trim, went shocking, nearly swore there, and then he just cut the rest of it off.
Interesting.
But at the start of the season, he said he'd shave it off if Brisbane won the flag.
if it
So
meant Brisbane winning another
does
flag.
that mean
So he thinks they're going to win the flag.
Maybe he knows.
That was the barometer that they needed.
Maybe he's a time traveler. Maybe he knows.
He's
For
a
that
time
reason
traveler.
only, I'm tipping Brisbane to win the flag.
Whoa, that's very,
He was
very,
lucky
very
that he kicked a few goals as well.
He
after
kicked
getting
3
that.
goals.
Three
He had
goals.
the hair celebration, so that helped his aura, even though his haircut wasn't that good.
But let's get back on track because Marcus has jumped all over the place there. Let's talk about the midfield battle.
Yes.
Because Will Ashcroft.
Oh.
I feel like he's the biggest talking point out of this. He was superb, big game player. When do we start calling him Normie Ashcroft or Norm Ashcroft?
Normie.
Because he's a superstar.
Yeah.
28 and 2, 8 clearances, 11 score involvements, lifts for the big finals. McCluggage, 33 disposals, 10 clearances.
Bounce back.
I think we touched on in the previous show that Gold Coast don't tag.
They should have tagged him.
They don't have a tagger. They don't
Just
tag.
like, what did you say? 2
I said just get Took just to run with him. Took.
No, but I don't think. I think you want Took.
He only had
And
2
he's-
clearances for the game. Took Miller, I'm pretty
28
sure.
touches though.
I don't care if he gets 28 touches.
He
Like,
needs more effort and clearances.
there needs to be more out of it. I think you'd probably get more out of Took Miller getting 15 and tagging Hugh McCluggage than you would him getting 2 clearances and 28.
I like that point. I like that point.
All right, fair, but they just don't do it. Gold Coast. They haven't done it all this
Yeah,
season.
fair
trick.
enough.
And Dunkley, 18 tackles. That's insane. That is
Most
just
tackles
insane.
ever in a final, Leo, with 18. He passed
Yep.
Jimmy Bartel with 16. So that's insane. I think I'll touch on the lock later. I probably should have bumped up the tackles a bit more.
Do I need to hop off the couch and start tackling you?
Oh, yeah, not again. I don't want to
I do not want to do that again. But you want to talk about how Brisbane played, Liam?
Well,
You
I
enjoyed
mentioned
that.
before that I feel like when they're at their best, they just play with confidence and they don't give a crap what the opposition are doing. Like, there were some really risky kicks, like 50-50 kicks inside, but because they were like, oh, we're Brisbane, we're the
at the
best,
Gabba.
we're the best team in the world, we're at the Gabba, they were just going into the middle and they got so many goals from those really risky kicks. And when Brisbane are at their best, they're not bombing it down the line. They're not like, even Charlie Cameron, who didn't have a goal, set up a few. He had 14 disposals, so a lot better than 2 disposals
Better
last
output.
week. So he was even taking a few more risk and just playing with confidence. And that gives me a lot more, like, if Brisbane only just got over the line in this one and they weren't playing that unselfish through the middle footy, then yeah, I would have been a bit worried, but they were awesome.
Well, to further your point, you have All-Australian Zach Bailey.
Yes.
He was excellent with 3 goals. He's probably one of those that goes to that daring fashion, loves a bit of pace on the game.
Yep.
And Rayner's goal was so good. Like, shrugging the Mac off, like, great.
The
Like,
Mac.
the Mac, the big Mac. shrugged him off with ease, kicked it from people's first. He was that far away.
Oh, bleep. He's kicked it from the centre square.
He's
Oh,
from the centre
bleep.
square. Yes.
Oh, I love it. Oh, bleep. I want to end this though on a couple of questions.
Sure.
On the Suns, they couldn't continue that dream run. They were in the pink kit. They were fired up early on. Marcus, you were on
It was
them.
all about him.
How do we rate their season? And who actually I want to throw to you, Marcus, on this. You've cursed GWS. You've now cursed the Suns. So firstly, how do you rate the Suns season and who are you cursing next?
I'm cursing Hawthorn. So
Thanks, mate.
So you think they're going to win?
So just purely.
Someone's
so
a little
Merritt's
salty
half.
Zach Merritt's leaving.
Yeah. Bang.
Nah, hasn't happened yet.
But on Gold Coast season, I think it was an absolute positive season.
Oh,
On a positive
absolutely.
note. They got to finals footy for the first time. Not only did they get there, they also won one as well.
Away from home.
In great circumstances, away from home. I think we know a lot more about Gold Coast. We can be a lot more confident about Gold Coast in future seasons when it comes to making the top 8. Look, they blew the golden opportunity to finish in the top 4.
They did.
And looking back on it, they probably would have wanted that and relished it.
That's their next improvement step, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like to really capitalize on that chance.
Like winning games that they should have won. We're obviously
They
talking
lost
about
to Richmond at Marvel.
But
Oh,
they
yeah.
lost to Richmond.
But that didn't really matter at the end of the day. But
Yeah.
But it was the big one, the Port Adelaide at
Yeah,
Adelaide
yeah.
Oval. Look, I know there was, like, they can have a couple of excuses, and they did try to pull out a couple of excuses from that game. But in all seriousness, like, you shouldn't need that. And I think they recruited really well in the off-season, and they're just going to get better and better and better. And as long as they can keep...
I was just going to say they'll have a few academy players.
Yeah, correct. They got a few next-gen academy picks
Yep.
looking to go very early in the draft.
Yeah.
So they're going to be great. As long as they can hold on to the talent that they've got now, they're going to be set.
Yep.
And on Brisbane, I'll throw to you on this stats guide.
Sure.
I think you've got an interesting thought.
Well, yeah. What's your question here? You didn't
I was,
ask.
I was just about to ask the question.
It was a big pause. It was a big pause.
I was winding up to it. Now,
Okay.
we got 4 teams left.
Do we?
We do. All of these teams are playing their best football. Is Brisbane the best out of that?
I think for Brisbane to play their best football, you need Lachie Neale in their side. So I'm going to say Geelong, at their best, are the best team in the competition.
Are we just forgetting about Collingwood as well?
Well,
I think
I still
Geelong-
think I'd rather Geelong over. Just from, I know it's recency bias in the finals, but at their best, I'm taking Geelong. I think you're taking Brisbane.
I'm taking Geelong just based off the qualifying.
I think
final.
because if Geelong play at their best, that means Jez is playing at his best. And if Jez is playing at his best, he's kicking 5 goals. And their midfield's firing. Their backline is still well structured. If Sam De Koning's playing at his best, I think that's a big tick for Geelong as well.
Have they got a prelim final curse to,
Yes,
to go against?
yes, the Chris Scott prelim final curse. But I still think, they're the best team.
Yeah, it is interesting, isn't it? I feel like we're gonna say this every year, but these 4 sides are very, very even.
Yeah,
When you look
I
at
think
it.
this is the most even
I
we've
reckon we
had.
say that every year.
Did we?
though.
I don't reckon we said that last year.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
But it is very even, and I think it's going to come down to moments. It's not going to come down to
It's
who's
how the
the
ladder-
better team. It's down to moments.
Yeah, it's how the ladder was decided. You look how close everyone was from basically 1st to 9th.
Yeah. That top half
Just a
is
couple of
rock
wins.
solid.
Yeah. Lads, do you know what the ASX means?
Mate, of course. And in fact, I'll let Marcus explain.
Don't throw me under the bus, Leo. To be honest, I have no clue.
Oh, what a surprise. It's actually the Australian Securities Exchange.
I'll speak for Marcus on that one and say I'm pretty clueless with that stuff.
Wow. Lucky for you, Stockhead is a free website which gives you punting stock advice through the ASX.
Where can we check them out?
Check them out via stockhead.com.au. All right, that's both the semi-finals are wrapped and done and dusted there. As we've just touched on a little bit, but this is the finals bracket check. Obviously, the Hawks, they meet the Cats at the G for a classic rivalry. Leo's already nervous for that one. It's going to be a
I'll
packed
tell you what,
MCG.
I'm actually not nervous. I'm excited.
There we go. That's what I like to hear.
Are you going to win?
No, we're not going to win. but
Of
It
course
doesn't matter. The fact that we've made a prelim, I'm just so happy. And if we make a granny, I'll be buzzing.
Yeah, well,
And then I'll be so sad if we lose a granny. Oh, God, I'm already getting my head.
He's already rattled. Let's go to the other one. Brisbane versus Collingwood. What a matchup. This is obviously a grand final rematch from a few years ago. This is
23.
these two matchups. If we went into the start of the final series and said what could be the best prelim matchups, I would have said these 4 teams.
Yeah,
and these 2 matchups.
These are going to be so good, these prelims. Even if it's not a close game, it's just the atmosphere. It's both at the G.
Both at the G.
Both of like a big build up, storylines everywhere. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, and I'm happy to see Brisbane in the prelim. No, like, no offense to the Gold Coast, but 95,000 Collingwood fans would have been very annoyed.
Yeah, that is very
They
true.
would have done the Collingwood chant when they kicked the first point of the game.
That would have been wild. All right, tipping results. How do we go here, lads? I think we went 50%, Leo. One out of two.
Yeah, one from two, Marcus.
How'd you go, Marcus?
2 from 2.
No.
I went 0 from 2.
Zero.
That's
from
okay.
two.
That's okay.
I was
We all-
big on Gold Coast and Adelaide.
It's all right.
It's
To be
disappointing.
fair, we all tipped
Pathetic.
Adelaide. And Leo, there was a few Hawks fans in the comments getting into you, not being a real Hawks fan. but
They can get into me.
Yeah.
Engagement.
it is good engagement, but Gold Coast.
And then they'll leave a comment.
yeah, there we go. All
Send
right.
me some hate.
Yeah, absolutely. Lock results and Big Coral results. We'll start with the lock results. Leo, what was your lock?
Anderson 20 plus got 26.
Bang. Marcus?
I said Newcombe gets tagged. Barry goes to Newcombe.
And we said at least a half. We've got footage of you saying that.
I'm not giving.
I'm
you-
not giving you that.
No, that's fair. I wouldn't even give it to myself because he got a BOG. So
And he did start on Newcombe, but he was terrible on him, and they took him off.
I reckon that's a bit stiff because every other time they've played,
that's my
Barry is
look
tagging.
next week.
What?
Mullen.
Newcombe gets tagged.
By Marlon? Yeah.
Doesn't matter by
Yeah,
who.
we'll talk about it in the preview show.
All right. And then my one was Dunkley 5+ tackles. Did he? Oh, he got 18.
Might have
He
had that
got
in the
18.
first
I
10
should have probably upped that, but it's a lock. So we banked that one. So we're 2 from 3 in the locks. Big call results. Now we had a few close ones. I'll start
No, we
with
had one close one.
One call. Well, I thought we had a couple, but mine was Ben Keys to kick 3 goals. He only had 1 goal and 14 disposals. I think I
And
needed
you
to
had
get
15.
15 disposals as well. So, look, not good enough for me. Marcus,
Not
Gold
good enough
Coast.
from me either. Not good enough from the Gold Coast midfield. That's who I'm blaming because Witts only had 1 clearance. Took Miller only had
That
2
was bad,
clearances. And for Anderson and Rao standards, I think they had 6 and
Still
6 and
solid,
6,
but the
like
other
6
guys
and
should have
5
6
maybe.
and 7.
Yeah. Stop
Don't
saying
do that.
six.
You're losing so much, Roy.
Leo was actually very, very
I
close.
was close. I said 240 plus tackles across the weekend. And we got it down to
bumped down to
239.
239.
239 because we didn't count that one. You tackled me on the show. So I was on, it was 226. The Hawks Adelaide game really let me down. I actually thought that would be a big tackle.
Yeah, did Adelaide
game.
lay any tackles?
Adelaide had more than Hawthorn.
Oh,
actually,
really?
Yeah.
We hope so
Didn't-
because they didn't have much hands on the footy.
True. Yeah, I didn't.
So I got sort of close, but I like that big call though. I might do it again.
Yeah, why not? Why not? All right, best on ground of the week. This one is a Leo segment. He usually stresses about this one, but he was pretty strong on these 3 players.
I'm happy with it this week. I'm giving 1 vote to Jack Gunston.
Daddy Gunston.
He is to you. 5 goals, 16 disposals, 7 marks. He gave the Irishman a bath.
He did.
Mark Keane, more like Mark Keane not to defend Gunston.
Oh,
that
mate.
was cringe. 2 votes. N. Ashcroft. Normie Ashcroft.
Oh, Normie.
What a performance. A big finals player. He got it done. And what about his dad as well in the crowd? He was exuding aura, just standing, just watching like, yeah, that's my son.
They kept zooming in on him. He was on the back row of the stadium and just standing the whole game.
If you're Levi, are you jealous of him?
It's like the Dacos situation. I reckon if you're Levi, you don't care.
and
Well, he
Levi could
almost-
still be better than him.
He almost kicked a cracker from the boundary. Levi hit the post.
Yeah, that was a bit
I bet his dad was going, you're not as good as Will. Will was elite.
Like Peter Dacos.
I just love watching Will Ashcroft play football. Just the hair flowing.
Prince Charming, they were calling him last night as well.
I think you were calling him that.
Yeah.
3 votes. Jai Newcombe. It's got to be him.
Yeah.
4 finals BOGs from 4 games. He set the tone at a volatile venue.
Yes.
Crowd against him. Pretty much a lot of people tipped Adelaide. We tipped Adelaide. And he got it done in the first minute of the game. He was the man, the superstar. I love you.
He is Hawthorn's most important player throughout this finals
Right now,
campaign.
yes.
Yeah, if he gets best on, they win.
For sure.
It's like he's excited already. He's so rattled already.
I would
Did
love
he go
it.
5 from 5?
He could.
Oh,
He
I tell
could.
you what, this
Oh.
preview show is going to be awesome.
If he goes 6 from 6 and you win the flag, is this the best run
And
of
he wins the Norm
5?
Smith.
Yeah, and he wins the Norm Smith. Is that like the best run ever?
I still think Dusty, but
Best mid-season draftee.
Oh, by a
Hands
mile.
down.
By a
what
mile.
about Jacob Edwards?
Oh, yeah.
The
oh,
guy
yeah.
you took before Jai Newcombe.
Oh.
I don't want to talk about that.
All right.
Let's get into the next segment. Full credit. Best team of the round. What could go wrong here, Marcus?
I'm cooking cereal here. Let's go. All right.
Here we go.
I'm including all 4 teams. So obviously, team with 1 vote gets Adelaide Football Club.
Adelaide
Pathetic.
Football Club. Yeah,
Pathetic.
100% has to be
An
that.
absolute rabble. Shocking. 1 vote for the 2nd week in a row, I believe.
They don't
because-
even deserve a vote out of the. If can we
Feels
put,
weird giving him votes.
well, it's
I
out of
know,
4
I
teams.
know.
Though. It's out of 4 teams.
And then obviously, I don't want to just give 2 votes. That's boring. Obviously, the other loser, Gold Coast, they get 2 votes.
They weren't as bad.
They weren't as bad, and-
They were worse, technically.
There's no expectation on them.
Exactly.
True,
there was no
true.
expectation.
They didn't finish
They were
first.
coming away from home after a big win against Fremantle, and look, I think they were just happy to be there more likely. But
True.
In the pink kit.
in the pink kit, they did look fantastic in the
cute.
pink kit, so they get the 2 votes. 3 votes for me. Obviously, 4 is the best.
Okay.
But normally it's 3, but 3 votes for me is the Hawthorn Football Club.
No, he's baiting me.
No,
baiting
I'm
me.
not baiting. Hawthorn
They
get
were
3 votes.
underdogs.
I don't care. Brisbane get the 4 votes because they had everyone sort of being like,
At home?
there was a lot of pressure.
At home.
They missed
But there's
Mookie
a
Neal
lot
for the
of
remainder
pressure.
of the
Where's
season.
the pressure?
They missed obviously a lot of players out for the year. Like there's so many of first team players that aren't in that side.
Oh, that's a big call.
And with
Yeah, we don't have Will Day or Zach Merritt.
it's too soon. It really is. But I'm being genuinely serious.
Are you not
Hawthorn
baiting me?
3, Brisbane 4.
Are you not baiting me?
No, Brisbane get the 4 votes.
Wow.
You're a mug.
All right, let us know in the comments what you think about
That is-
the best on ground for the players and
Away
the best
from home.
team of the round, because these two are going to fight all night.
Hey,
about it.
first.
But Adelaide were pathetic, whereas Gold Coast, they
Gold
did show
Coast
a
were
bit.
only scored
We
47
made
points.
Adelaide pathetic.
No, I don't think you did, really.
Oh, wow. Okay, now he's baiting you, that's for sure.
Win a
But,
final.
before these two get into a fisticuff, that'll do us for the AFL Today Show. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you subscribe to AFL Today on YouTube and follow us on X, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for more footy content all season long. Subscribe, star, and like all of our shows on your podcast apps. That's Cricket Today, AFLW Today, Hold All Tickets, True Bloods, Honest Beers, Footy Form Guide, and Out the Gate. Thank you very much to Brody coming in on a Sunday. Thank
Legend.
you very much, Leo.
I'm angry.
You're angry? Why? With that.
I'm angry because we're not at 11K subscribers.
Oh, we're on the way. We're on the way. So hit the
By
subscribe
the end of
button.
next week, we need to hit there.
I like that. We'll catch you for a huge prelim final preview. We'll catch you then on AFL Today.